Good morning, Vietnam! What's going on, people? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? We got some work to do. What's on the agenda today, people? Well, we have a website to build, a product page in specific on Shrine. We have a product description we got to write. We got some product images we got to make. We got a whole section. We got some reviews. We got a lot of handy dandy thingamabobbers and jiggers to make today. And we have about an hour and a half or 2 hours to do it. So, before we get into cracking along with things, do we got any questions? Do we got any little Q&A while I have you guys? How we doing? Leaked? Nothing leaks. Only thing that's going to leak is your dick pics, buddy, if you cross me. I have all of them, Caden. Don't you dare. I got some tabs. Open. I actually need to delete quite a few tabs. But if you weren't on the live stream yesterday, we are essentially working on this product right here, 4-in-1 full body sculpting blade, and we are specifically marketing to people with plantar fasciitis, and specifically nurses. So we need to build a product page today to said nurses, and we're going to do it with Shrine. We're going to do a little bit of cooking. Give me 1 sec before I switch stores. We're going to have to do my store, I believe. Yes. Bootyful. I'm not going to import the product yet because we don't really need it. We just need to build the actual product page template, which doesn't require that just yet. But, bada bang, Shrine Theme Pro. I'm feeling good. I got my 80s banger playlist on. I'm feeling groovy, baby. Let's do it. So, we need to create a new template Dino, which it won't let me do because I haven't imported our product yet. So we'll just create a fake product real quick, and then it should give us the abilities. So we'll do just something innocuous, like, I don't know, penis pills. And we'll sell that for about $69,678. Hey there, pal. Don't you categorize my product. And guys, if we just get one sale, we make $69,000, and we just need to get one more after that, and the challenge is done. We made $100,000. So let's build a product page today. Beautiful. Let's make Shrine our edited theme for today. Okay, beautiful. So, sculpting blade. We're also going to need a branded name for our sculpting blade. So, we're going to need some ChatGPT open. We're going to need some Clauderino Dino open. 1 sec. I'm just going to lower this. Okay. Just a quick question. Can you guys hear my music from my headphones onto my mic, or am I just tripping balls? It said, what's up, Ethan? What are your thoughts on quiz funnels? I have not really tested with quiz funnels too much. I get that it's working for other people. The only pre-sale pages I've personally done are advertorials and listicles, so I wish I could give you some more insight on that. I mean, does it work? Yes. I think with anything, it'll work with proper execution. It's just, I haven't really played around too much with it. So this was our long-ass ad copy. This was our Claude stuff from yesterday. Just kind of getting my bearings back real quick. Amazon, we're going to need open. ChatGPT, we already have open. Penis pills. I love that my tab just says penis pills. It's funny. All right. So we're going to have to do a few things here. We actually might have to add an image to our dummy product just because I want to see how the actual loadout looks. So does anyone have a picture of penis pills? I know I do. I get those ads on my feed nonstop. Just because I said in one search that what do you do when you have a micro penis? Go figure. Okay. Now let's see if our images will start populating. Okay, beautiful. So, from top to down, Sculpting Blade, we need a branded sounding name. Also, let me make sure. Good evening. Good evening to you, sir. Good evening. Good evening, as Mikel Arteta would say. So let's do a quick little prompter Rooney Dooney. I need a branded name for a massage sculpting blade, specifically going to be for people with plantar fasciitis. So we could use keywords from that. You can also do compound names, so one word, longer names. Max do 2 words, but we need to sound like a professional health massage product. All right, so let's let the cowboy prompter work on that, and we'll let Cloud and ChatGPT cook it up. Cook it up, kick it up, cook it up, cook it up, cook it up. Awesome. I love that. ChatGPT, Claude, do your best or do your worst. Let's see what we get. What sounds nice? Plantar relief, Heliothera, plantar core, fascia blade. Fascia blade could be interesting. What did the competitors do? They just did 4-in-1 fascia full body sculpting blade. Wow, really branded. How are we gonna beat these guys? No way. Plantar relief. Plantar relief's not bad. Fascia sculpts. What was the one from here? Fascia blade. We could have blade in one of the keywords afterwards. We could just do plantar relief, plantar pro. What we could do is something like, oops. EMS sculpting blade. Do we want to do sculpting blade or massage blade? Fascia release, fascia flow. What was one from ChatGPT? It was like fascia blade, fascia blade. I want to have the word blade in there for sure. I like the word blade. Let's go our little TM symbol. Make it nice and branded. Bootiful. All right. Well, I think we're done for today, guys. Great live stream. That's all we wanted to do. I mean, it's branded. What else do you need? All right. 4-in-1. So we got, do we need this open? No, I don't think so. This we can leave open. That's our competitor. Okay. Let's go back. No longer penis pills. We're already one step closer, boys. So we got our name, plantar relief form, one EMS sculpting blade, want to fit down 2 lines. This looks a little bit big. I want to see how it looks on mobile. Yeah, it's going to be 3 lines. I don't like 3 lines. Cool. We'll do our product images later. We don't need a quantity bar because we'll be using Kaching. Shipping checkpoints we'll keep. The text reviews we don't need. I don't really like those. Typically for a collapsible row, I keep it pretty much the same. It's usually money back guarantee. So we'll do a 90-day money back guarantee. And then we will do, typically you can do shipping times, you can do other frequently asked questions. You can do how to use. So we'll do, yeah, I'll probably use how to use. And then the name of the product. And then one more. Let's see. What could be another frequently asked question? I think we'll just leave it for there because we'll need another frequently asked question, most likely. But that's a good little structure there. Okay. Now, in terms of sections, this is where I usually like to get inspiration from competitor brands. I do know, and this isn't a direct competitor, SolarWave actually might not be the worst idea to take a look at their kind of flow with their sections because they obviously sell a higher ticket health S beauty product. But it was Vibrosculpt, the Vibrosculpt people, who I was interested kind of taking a look at how they structure their stuff because I remember it was pretty decent. That's a big woman. Some curvy gals. Okay, can I click to the product page, Vibrosculpt, without your website giving me every single AIDSy pop-up in the entire world? So subdescription makes sense. Subdescription does make sense. And then bullet point benefits for sure. Product description, 90-minute guarantee. The before and afters, which makes sense. Our product doesn't really need before and afters. It's not really that kind of visual product. Magazines could make sense. I don't want to necessarily say that it does all these different things because that's not how we're going to be marketing it. We're going to do specifically for plantar fasciitis. I apologize. My computer kept beeping at me there. But results after 30 days. Results after 30 days section could make sense for sure. Give me one sec, guys. My music is a little loud. Let me get my phone. Una segundo. All right. So, how I see this section by section. So above the fold is the first thing we got to worry about. There's only a few things you can do with above the fold. I actually think these guys did a pretty good job. The price thing I would not have because they already have it on the ka-ching. But this, yes. Subdescription, 3 to 4 benefits. How do they have their frequently asked question? Is this safe to use? Really? Having some urgency makes sense. Yeah, we can add the little only 7 units left in stock custom code. Okay, so let's start adding a few of those sections. Realistically, reviews, we'll leave it for now. Not the end of the world. Price we don't need because we'll have that in the ka-ching bundle app. Typically for sub description, how I like to do it, and I have a Shrine tutorial if you guys haven't taken a look at it. I would highly recommend taking a look because it has probably my most perfect description of how I like to do things. So typically for any sub description, it would be really simple here. So we want to do, you can either do text with icon, but that's typically how I like to do my emoji benefits. So let's just drag that on down. Yeah, and then we're going to duplicate that 3 times, at least to start, because that'll be how we do the emoji benefits. And you can always change the icons. You don't have to have the icons. You can just upload your own custom icon. That's usually what I like to do. And then let's go back up. So is there a description section? Really? Description section? Yeah, because we don't need that. Definitely don't need that. There's a specific section I'm looking for. Which is the section I'm looking for? We are going to need custom liquids, so we're going to drop usually the only 7 units left in stock thing I put above the icons. Let me go to another store real quick where I know I have the custom code, and we're going to add that. If you guys want this code, though, let me know.
I don't have authorization. No way. You can't do this to me.
Okay, so where's my code? There she is. Okay, let's grab that. And we are going to paste right here. Only 7 units left in stock. Beautiful. And then typically I also do text with icon for the sub description section as well. So let's just add another text with icon because that's really the only one block you can do. And then I just typically don't have an icon for it. So we'll just get rid of the circle and then it'll just be text. And then once we actually do write the sub description, so typically sub descriptions are just either 2 sentences. So first you do the problem. So identification via problem, like is in this case, plantar fasciitis ruining your life, making it hard for you to work, making you almost want to quit, blah, 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 blah. And then your second sentence is transition of how your product gives them the benefit, usually without a pain point, or how your product is the best solution. It has an authority figure, like massage therapist, #1 recommended massage therapist way to get rid of it without having to get surgery, blah, 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 blah. We'll write the copy a little later. I just kind of want to get the layout of things. So above the full, is there anything else we'll need? We're obviously going to need the Kaching app. Kaching bundles we're going to need. And we're going to put that right below the emoji benefits. So that'll populate once we actually do create that. We'll do offers in another live stream just because that's going to be its whole own can of worms. We'll just see how much we can get done in the next like hour and a half anyways. But okay. So above the fold looks pretty good. Obviously, images we'll do probably in the latter end of this live stream today. We will definitely get to it though. This looks good. First section is going to be social proof. Definitely going to be social proof. So for that, there's multi things we can do. We can do multi-row. I typically do a multi-row when it's images. Actually, sorry, I'm all over the place. Multi-row is what I do for the actual description. So we are going to have a multi-row. Yeah, we'll do a multi-row, but sorry, let me get rid of this one. We don't need a third one, most likely. We just need 2. This section we're most likely not going to need. Image video slider. So image video slider is where you could do, yes, that is one version of it. Where we could just put images and then typically on each one of these, underneath in the description is where we can put the actual review. I just wonder though, I believe, did we buy one with section.store, testimonial section? I'd have to check. Because we can't do video testimonials for this product because there's no videos to begin with. So yeah, there's this testimonial section. We could do this one and then just add the images. Let me just kind of see. I would say, yeah, when you're doing text reviews, usually this section looks a little better. And if you're going to do just straight text reviews without an image, typically the best thing is the Trustpilot section from section.store. All right, let's see. Did we buy it? I wish you guys could hear my playlist in my headphones. It's so fucking fire. I got my 80s bangers going on. No, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. All right, let's see. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. So we could use the default one from Shrine. Yeah, we're just put some image reviews. Let's see. Do our competitors have any image reviews? Beautiful. They have none. They just have pictures of people holding it. Perfect. I mean, we could just take like a quick little screenshot of this. At least, it's like worst case scenario we have to use these. We can always generate some with AI. Yeah, they don't really have any other. Let's just check on Amazon real quick. How are my Pookies doing? Do you always have text in your product page main image, and what is it? Yes, I typically do. It's going to be get the benefit or your money back is typically what I do. I don't always have to have a headline, but usually yes. We make 2 different product pages for each target demographic. Correct, I will. But for the sake of these live streams, I'll probably do the runner stuff off screen and then just do the nurse stuff on screen because, again, it would just be a little bit repetitive. Is the audio delayed? Is the audio delayed for you guys? Where do you get these as competitors? You just found them so easy. Can we get the stock code here in the chat, Ethan? Yeah, I got you guys. Let me see if it was already on my clipboard. All right, let me see if that will paste. Nope, too long. Join my school and I'll post it in there. I'll just do a little post today about that. Just remind me, guys, if you guys are already in my school, fucking like do a little Ethan, we want the code, and I'll send it in there. This unfortunately doesn't look like I can send it. Yes, it's delayed. Yep. Is it delayed? Really? That wouldn't shock me because the live stream gods don't like me. I don't know how I could fix that. Ah. How do I see like health and latency and all that stuff? Let me just see real quick how it sounds. How I could fix that. Ah. Oh, it is delayed. Oh shit, it is. That's unfortunate. Because it says it's excellent, which is how do I fix it? I'm gonna be honest, guys. This is not my forte. No fucking clue how to fix that. Let me do a little, because I do have a sync offset, which basically means that when I film, okay, we'll just turn this to 0 and just see what happens, I guess. Hopefully that fixes it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I might have to just stop the stream and then try it again. I that would be like the only other solution. Either way, like if it's a little delayed, I apologize, but is that really going to impact too much? Not really. Plus, there's only like 9 people watching, so like, who cares? All right, so let's get back into things. I do apologize for that, guys. I wish I knew more about live streaming. Unfortunately, this is just very much like a foreign science to me. All right, where were we? So yes, we're going to start with testimonials. So led by X amount of people. Then yes, description. Makes sense to do a description. From there, I want to look at these competitor brands just to see kind of how they structure things. Get some ideas. Yep, how it works we'll definitely have. So they got their product plus benefits. Social proof, yeah. Lots of social proof. Lots of social proof. Price anchoring. A lot of us versus them. My gosh. Okay, well, that's good to know. So frequently asked questions, results. Definitely going to have both of those. Comparisons. Comparisons make sense. Okay. Yeah, it seems pretty straightforward what we need to do here. Okay, so testimonials. We'll have description. We do not need this section at all. So we'll just get rid of that. Icon with text. Don't need that. What we do need, though, based on that, so they have like the survey result thing. Comparison table we're going to need for sure. Comparing versus other solutions. Let's scroll down, see what else. We are going to... The Trustpilot section could be interesting. I don't think we got that yet. Oh, we did. I do like the Trustpilot section. I think we're going to have the Trustpilot section too. I like to have multiple forms of social proof. So we'll have the social proof at the top. We'll have a description, comparison table. I would want to also do... Ideally, probably an authority figure. So like an image with text section could make sense. It's either we do an authority figure with image with text, or we do like a review section, like the survey type of section. What would make more sense? For this product, it makes sense. It does make sense to do results. And keep in mind, we're marketing to nurses, so nurses are going to be a little more skeptical. I think an authority figure would make sense. Yeah, let's do an authority figure. We'll do an image with text section. Okay. And then we're going to need an accordion menu. Also known as a collapsible section. Where's my collapsible row? Where is it? There she is. Beautiful. Okay, so this is going to be our FAQ. Let me just label that FAQ real quick before I forget. Then from there, last section we'll have is LAI. Product review section. We'll have that down there. Do it for plantar relief. Click save. Is LAI enabled on this theme? Okay, it's not. That explains a lot. That explains a lot. All right, let's save all that. Real quick, let me go back to live stream. Stream is fine. We love live streams though. Keep them coming. Beautiful. My mouth is delayed. Well, I speak 5,000 miles per hour, so that's impossible. All right, let me just see if this is all the sections we realistically need. So if someone's scrolling in, nurse, we'll have our sub-description that really sells the shit out of them. We'll have some good emoji benefits. We'll have a good ka-ching offer. FAQ, we'll cover a little bit of stuff. We'll have loved by thousands of nurses. Yeah, we'll just start with that. So loved by, or we could trusted. I like trusted. I think it's a little stronger. Trusted by thousands of long-time nurses. Yeah, I think that's not bad. Itchy, itchy, itchy. Lower back. Okay. So, trusted by nurses. Exclamation. Exclamation. So we'll have images, reviews, then we'll get right into the description of here's the problem you've been dealing with, here's why you want the product. We can maybe throw in a third section of more benefits. Who knows? I think we'll be able to fit that in too. We'll have, okay, here are the results people have had, comparing versus other products. An authority figure, more social proof, FAQ, more social proof. Is there anything else? Anything else we're missing? I don't think so. Let me just take a look at these guys one more time. We already have social proof. Could have a how to use section, but we'll already have that in our product images and plus the accordion menu, so we don't need it in our description. This is, yes, we want something like this. I kind of like this design, the image and then text for frequently asked questions. Does section.store have something for frequently asked questions that looks that nice? I wonder. Okay, they got a few things. That's a good looking FAQ. It's a sexy looking FAQ. I think we'll just stick with the one for now. If we want to play around with it later, we can always play around with it later. Okay. I think we need to get some copy. Get some copy, play around with it, and yeah, we got all our sections. All right, let me just check the chat real quick before we start getting some copy. Nothing new? Nothing new? Okay. All right, let me work on a quick little prompt. I do have an exact prompt for how I like to do my descriptions, but I can't give that away. That's my 101 program. So if you guys are interested in getting that exact prompt and basically everything I do in terms of website templates, ad templates, all that good stuff that I use to scale my brands, first link in the description of any of my YouTube videos. I'd love to work with you and just get you one step closer to getting your first winning product. So let's get into it. We'll just whip up something that still will get the job done. So let's do... I need a prompt for a direct response copywriter, someone who is familiar with the work of Eugene Schwartz, Dan Kennedy, and the works of top direct response copywriters like Stefan Georgi as well. And we are specifically going to be writing a product description for our massage sculpting blade, specifically towards nurses with plantar fasciitis. So we really need to relate to them emotionally about their pain, their daily frustrations, and their worst fears. And then, of course, we need to then transition to their desires and how our product is going to be able to get them the result through our unique mechanism, which is the fact that our product has EMS, has heating therapy, and vibration all in one. So in terms of structure for this description, we are going to need a few things. For our above the fold section, we are going to need a sub description, so 2 sentences that basically are the summary of what our product does. It could be the first sentence about a problem, and the second section about here's the main benefit and desire. After that, we're going to need 4 emoji benefits that detail the main benefits about our product. Focus on less features, but more desires. After that, we are going to have our first section of our product description structured in a headline first, which could either be the main desire or the main problem that someone in our audience of nurses is dealing with. Keep that headline about 8 words, and I want you to write 5 versions of a headline so we have options. Then for the copy underneath, it's going to be about 3 sentences. The first sentence about the daily frustration that our nurses are dealing with, and the second could be aggravating or mentioning another problem that they deal with, separate from the original one. And then typically the third is something along the lines of why we decided to now create the product because of those problems, and then mention the unique mechanism that makes our product actually deliver the benefits. Now, in our second section of our description, I want you to have another headline. This one will be more about the desires, the use cases. And I want you to have 3 sentences that specifically lay out, here's how their life is going to transform. Here's how it's going to be better. Typically, what you're going to do is mention a feature first and then what the feature does. So essentially, it has EMS, so you can do blank. It uses heat therapy, so you can do blank, so that it will do blank for you. So always you can, you will, statements. Always you use statements. And then if there's a third section, just mention more benefits and use cases from there. We're also going to need a survey section. So we have 3 numbers to articulate the results that our product delivers. So this could be that 95% of people who have tried this said their plantar fasciitis pain went down after a week or 2, something along those lines. Just tie back to plantar fasciitis heel pain and all of that. Then we are going to need an authority figure, so a massage therapist, a physical therapist, who has about a paragraph, so 4 to 5 sentences recommending the product, why they love it, why they recommend it to their clients. And then finally, we are going to need an FAQ section where we're listing out the most frequently asked questions and objections that our customer has and having detailed answers behind it. God, I hope to God ChatGPT saved that. Otherwise, I'm going to lose my marbles. That wasn't bad, though. Well, Proud Cowboy, we work on that one. Oh, thank God it saved it. That was a little long. Golly! Looks like Genesis. All right, how we doing, people? No new comments? God, you guys are a bunch of silent Sallies. Sometimes I wonder if you people are even alive. All right. All right, while this cooks up, I'm going to get some water because my throat is already a little parched. Your water, sir. Have we decided what we want from the menu? Oh, very good. That's one of my favorites. And for the lady. Great choice. I'll have that right out for you guys. Alright, hot plate, hot plate. We're back! Back in action. Did I miss anything? Did anyone die? No new comments. You guys are killing me. Alright, let's do this. I swear I'm just live streaming to a bunch of nothing. It doesn't exist. Nothing's real. I'm not even real. I'm a figment of my own imagination. I'm sitting at this desk making a product page in front of people that aren't even real. It's just a bunch of numbers. It's just a bunch of code. Ethan, you're not even awake right now. You're still in a 12-month-long coma after that last torta sat on your face so long that you ran out of oxygen. I know, Ethan. But even if this isn't real, we just make money with this store. Nobody has to see it. That also works. That's a good point, Ethan. Thanks, Ethan. God, you're so handsome, Ethan. Thanks, Ethan. All right. What is this? Subdescription? That was way too long for a subdescription. This part's not bad. So, usually for the subscription, we want a short problem sentence. So, we could just say, if we want to shorten this down, so every long shift slowly destroys your feet. Destroys your feet. And takes, let's see, and makes it harder. It makes it harder for you to do the job you love. Do the job you love. So that would be the shortened down version. Plantar Relief Pro uses, yeah, so professional grade, we'll do professional grade. EMS therapy. And therapeutic heat to eliminate chronic plantar fasciitis pain, which allows you to do blank. Pain. So you can finally work pain-free again. We'll do something like that. That's, rough draft. Rough draft. It's not terrible. It's better than you guys, I'll tell you that. All right, let's see. You do not need to be bolded. And let's do a line break. And you also need to be smaller text. We do not need this size to be that big. Doesn't need to be that big, stepsis. It's kind of hard. I have a general rule when it comes to 13, 14. Usually what I do. 13, 14. It's fair. We're going to have to shorten down this sentence. It can't be this many lines. Oh, yeah, we don't have the word pro in there. Uses and heat. We can get rid of chronic. So you can work pain-free again. All right, let me just see how that compares design-wise. I guess we could make it just a tad bit. How many lines do they have on theirs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess 5 can work. I want to see. They do theirs a little bit different structurally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, that text is so tiny. No one can read that. All right. Usually my general rule of thumb is 16. So let's see if that fits on 5. We'll do 5 lines as the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we do a line break? That would be lovely if I could do a line break. Sometimes they kind of make it difficult with this. Yeah, it's not going to let me do it. Rats! Yeah, it's not the other one. Okay, we need some bullet point benefits. Give me some bullet point benefits, por favor. I actually kind of like the start of this one, though. Ooh. You spend 12 hours of your feet caring for everyone else while watching your heel pain get worse every shift. I like that. That's kind of, that's an emotional sentence. Caring for everyone else, comma. Apologize, I didn't mean to do that. All right, you spend 12 hours of your feet caring for everyone else while your heel pain gets worse after every shift. We'll do worse after every shift. Beautiful. It's just kind of a big brick of text. So that's my one worry. I hate when it's a giant brick of text. That's why I like a line break there. We'll have to figure out how to do a line break. We'll do that a little later. We'll do that a little later. Okay. We need some emoji benefits. Let me cook. Chat, let me cook real quick. Walk pain 3. Did we already... Was this the ones we already moved? Yeah, we did. Okay. That is not what I copied, sir. Okay. Walk pain 3 through 12-hour shifts without limping or suffering. We don't need the without part. But honestly, that on its own is not bad. Because, yeah, what was the main angle? It was, it hurts so much, you might have to quit your job. Avoid career-ending surgery. Yeah, that could work. So this first one's not good. I mean, this first one's the main thing. Walk pain 3 through your 12-hour shifts. I'll have the word your in there. Wake up with feel relief, not resentment, trust your body again, instead of family. That's generic. Come home energized, not destroyed. That is a desired result. Yes. Probably wouldn't put that as my second. Second thing would be the fact that you can actually, yeah, do your job without worrying about having to retire. Avoid quitting nursing. Avoid quitting the job you love. And keep nursing on your own terms. Come home energized, not destroyed. Break up deep scar tissue that stretching orthotics can't reach. That's not bad. I kind of want to just get 5 more from each one and just see what we can get. Give me... Actually, we'll do 10. Actually, no, 5. Just to see if we can come up with anything else. Do I have my market research doc? Beautiful. She wants relief. No longer think about your feet all day. That's, yeah, that was one of them. No longer let foot pain control your life or career or nursing career would be how I would describe it. So that is better than avoid quitting the job you love and keep nursing in terms. I would say that one's stronger. Don't like hoping your life or nursing career. Love that. What was the other stuff? Nurses are skeptical about buying things online, but when it comes to dating, they freed up like there's no. Got that right. Hey yo! Possums on one tonight. How do I organize the info for the further market research? You just fill the sheet with info? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I have the different columns where I categorize all the information. So which ones are pain points, which ones are outcomes, which ones are benefits. So yeah, I just gather all the information and then I go through, I read the avatar. I read the reviews from Amazon, read the reviews from Reddit. I will watch videos to gather information. I'll look at competitors, product pages and scripts. So yeah, that's how I categorize it. Yeah, you don't have to think about your feed. I think these are pretty solid, honestly. We'll see if there's anything else. Save thousands. This could be a good sentence in our description. I wouldn't put that as an emoji benefit, though. These are decent, but no, I kind of like the ones we already have. Beautiful. We don't need this open anymore. Let's get rid of the icon. She's a maniac, on the floor. We'll figure out the whole bolding stuff a little later. Again, this is the rough draft. We just need to get the meat and potatoes in there. Meat and potatoes, and then we can figure out all the cherry on top of the cake a little later. Got that, Cletus?
All right, Pa. Whatever you say, Daddy. I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, son. You're the best son a country hick like myself could ever ask for.
You really mean that, Pa?
No! Now get back to them hogs. Someone's got to feed them hogs. Sure ain't going to be Marjorie, I'll tell you that. Your mother hasn't done anything for me in years. Can't even scratch her old man's balls whenever he needs it. Okay. No bold for now. No bold for now. Beautiful. You spend 12 hours on your feet caring for everyone else while your heel pain gets worse after every shift. Plantar relief. This is why plantar relief. We created plantar relief that uses. You could just say you spend all day caring for everyone else while your heel pain gets worse after every shift. Everyone else while your heel pain gets worse after every shift. Plantar use professional gradient. I'm gonna eat plantar for it. So you can work pain-free again. That's really good copy, if you ask me. Walk pain-free through your 12-hour shifts. Don't let foot pain control your life or nursing career. Beautiful. Come home energized, not destroyed. Yep. Break up deep scar that distressing orthotics can't reach. I love all these lines. These are really good lines. Oh, fuck. We forgot to generate some fake reviews. Alright, no worries. Alright, let's read the description part. We'll do the social proof part a little later. I gotta switch my song. Okay. Where's our actual description part? Wow, those FAQs are detailed. My lord. Alright, so we're just gonna move all this and we'll see what we got. Gotta cut the fat, ladies and gents. Time to cut the fat. All right, let's see what you guys said. How do you organize? Blah, blah, blah. Why did you move to the community school? It's good, but Discord was fire. School is so much better, bro. Just the fact you can keep everything in one place. The course is in one place. The resources are in one place. The calls are in one place. Discord is so spread out, so we want to keep it all one. By the way, I was running this product last month and it was not profitable, so I had to kill it. It's a problem. It does too much, so I did not know how to position. Yeah, no, I agree. That does a lot. I encountered a very similar issue. Not knowing who to really dial in on, but we did some research. I have a good hunch about the plantar fasciitis being the best play, so we're going to go with it. I'm sure there's lots of people who test this product and didn't make it work. So, doesn't scare me. Survive your shifts without destroying your feet. That's not bad. Survive your long shifts without destroying your feet. Work without ruining every shift. Or we could just do that as a question. Plantar fasciitis ruining every shift. I kind of like that. I want to go with a problem. Let's do that. I like that. I like that. Now that's some good shit. Yeah, we can do shop now. Because we are on the Shrine Pro. Because I'm not a brokey. Like some of you guys who can't even afford it. Guess. Alright. Got our headline. We need some copy. That's where that other headline could work, where it's like you spend all day caring for everyone else while your hip pain gets worse after every shift. As nurses, we love taking care and sacrificing for our patients, But each shift, every long shift makes that, nagging heel pain that much worse. Be something along those lines. And we could just say worse and worse. Unfortunately, plantar fasciitis, we'll say untreated plantar fasciitis pain retires thousands of nurses every year. As the blank, as the what, as that pain becomes so strong and life-lasting that they can no longer cope. Be something along those lines. Fortunately, untreated plantar fasciitis retires thousands of nurses every year as that pain becomes stronger, as that pain is so strong and life-lasting that they can no longer I'm on to something here. I'm cooking here. I just need to figure out how this would all tie. As nurses, we love taking care and sacrificing for our patients, but every long shift makes that nagging heel pain worse and worse. Unfortunately, this untreated retires thousands of nurses every year as the pain becomes so strong and life-lasting that most can no longer, and we'll just say deal with it for now. Again, this is a rough draft. Deal with it. And then from there, let's see. So they went with the more specific, which isn't usually bad. Because we got the, yeah, it'll force you out of your job. That this might be a reality forever. We have life lasting, which kind of gets that. So I think we got a lot of that. That's exactly why we created plantar relief trademark. Which uses medical grade EMS, therapeutic heating, and vibration, target vibration. Honestly, the way that they did it is already pretty good. To penetrate into your plantar fascia. It's a little long of a sentence. And that prevent you from enjoying the love or prevent you from so that you can work, so that you can enjoy the job you love pain-free. That's the desire from that. So that's the sentence. It's very long. We do need to shorten it up. So we'll probably have to just like cut the list down a little bit. Which uses medical grade EMS and therapeutic heating. We don't have to mention every single thing. And therapeutic heating to, so that'll shorten it down. To penetrate to your plantar fascia. Yeah. And then the next thing, we can get more to the nitty gritty that it like does the whole shit of vibrations and all that. What was the other one? Headline that we liked? That's exactly why we created plantar Publief, which uses medical pain-free. I spelled plantar fasciitis wrong. Is it with two eyes? Am I tripping balls? Have I lost my mind? Have I lost my marbles? Have I lost my gumdrops? Is it really with two eyes? That would be like a... Oh my god, it's two eyes. Is it two eyes? Oh my god, it's two eyes. Oh my god! I'm panicking! It's always been with two eyes? Zoink Draggy, are you okay?
No, Scoob! Don't you get it?
It's with two eyes! I think I'm having a panic attack. Ruh-roh! Ruh-roh, Raggy! Raggy's having a seizure! All right. That actually blew my mind. All right, so we already had a second section, right? So this is where we can do the Benefitorino, which this headline I thought was really good for that. Beautiful. Key on down, 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 down. All right, we need these headlines to be a bit smaller. Heading size, small. Yes. All right, so this section we need use cases. We need Benefitorino dinos. Some Benefitorino dinos. So our sculpting blade, I usually do that. This is. So what do people give a shit about? Uses EMS, which we already mentioned. So we don't need the professional grade part again. We already said that. Okay, so our sculpting blade uses EMS technology to stimulate tissue 8 to 10 millimeters deep. Or we could just say penetrates. I did not spell that right. Penetrates deeper than massage guns or foam rollers by using EMS technology. Sculpting blade penetrates deeper than massage gun or foam rollers by using EMS technology to stimulate tissue 8 to 10 millimeters deep, allowing you to do blank. Allowing you to do blank. Allowing you to get real relief from chronic plantar fasciitis pain. It also, our blade, this blade also uses targeted vibration to increase blood flow and tissue pliability, because it's a more sophisticated audience, to reduce inflammation, and accelerate healing from heel pain, from your nagging heel pain. We could do a sentence about how, yeah, you save money. And unlike fudge, why did it open a new tab? And unlike expensive PT appointments, or surgeries, you can use blank plantar relief from home for 15 minutes a day to get desire, essentially. To get desire. Do we have another desire? It's just repeating the same shit. Yeah, same shit. Okay, this is where there's something different at least. So yeah, we don't need a third section because it's just repeating the same shit again, which I kind of figured. All right. And like you can use Planner Relief from home for 15 minutes a day to get to strengthen tissue and prevent facial restrictions that lead to chronic injuries. Or you could just say, and protect your body. To strengthen tissue and protect your body. That's a bigger desire. And protect your body so you can keep nursing for decades without your feet forcing you to turn. Yeah, that's a really good line, actually. Forcing you to an early retirement. It's a little bit long. Again, same thing. I'm going to have to shorten it out, but it's there. It's there. It is there. This is good copy. I would know. I'm the copy guy. Our sculpting blade penetrates deeper than massage guns or foam rollers by using EMS technology that stimulate tissue 18 times energy, allowing you to get real relief from chronic plateau. This blade also uses targeted vibration to increase blood flow, to reduce inflammation, and accelerate healing from nagging heel pain. And then we could just say, unlike expensive PT appointments, you can use plantar relief from home for 15 minutes a day to, we'll just shorten this down by saying, to protect your body so you can keep nursing for decades without your feet forcing you to early retirement. All right, let's just see how that looks. But those are all the big benefits for sure. It's a little long, but also these are bolded, so it makes it look a little bit long. How big is the text? Heading size, textile body. Let me just see how this looks on mobile. We could shorten this down. Again, this is just a rough draft. We're probably going to end up cutting a few of these things down a little bit. Because that's just typically how I write. I write very long sentences when I start, and then I will reread them and just say, like, what's the real fat from this? But for the sake of just, like, keeping the show going, let's work on the next section. Okay. Ethan, can you fix the voice and visual day? Unfortunately, I do not know how to do that. I am not great with this. Adam said, what's up, Ethan? What's up, Adam? Good to see you, buddy. If you really make it work, it generally means I have a skill issue. Probably. You are also targeting plantar fasciitis too? Well, I will be as well. I was getting high CPMs and high CPC. Happens. It's a health product, so I'm not expecting it not to have high CPMs. Is that Omar? I don't know if it is Omar. I don't know Omar's YouTube. It's actually 3 Omars. There's a lot of Omars. Ethan, what's your next career move? What's your plan? I don't really think about that too much. I really just think that realistically, I do it 1 year at a time, and I know what my goals are for this year, and it still remains doing what I'm doing right now, which is scaling ecom brands, selling them, teaching other people how to do it as well. I would love to get into a place where I'm financially set off where I can just do whatever I want. It may be in business. It may be other adventures. It could be more creative stuff. I think my greatest goal in life, if I could just make save 10, 20 million, invest it, or I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'll probably just literally try to be a stand-up comedian. Like, I don't even know if I'll be doing business stuff. I've always, like, you know, I've talked to my entrepreneur friends, and every single one of them wants to be a billionaire, $100 million. I've never been that guy. Never been the guy that's like, I need to make $100 million. Just hasn't been me. By the way, check blah, blah, blah. It's the main brand selling it. They did 1 million revenue. I did take a look at these guys. It was dog shit, though. Yeah, the Reiki guys. Seems very niche to a specific person. Yeah, that's exactly why we're doing it. It's supposed to be niche. We don't want it to be generic. Yeah, I think these were the guys we saw where I looked at it and I was like, this is kind of ass. I have no clue if they're doing 1 million. That seems aggressive for how this looks. Why, if they did 1 million with this product, there's no way it wouldn't be on there.
This is the Ricky full body sculptor.
This is the Ricky full body sculptor. Yeah, I saw this product page. I thought it was dog shit, and because it is dog shit. This is the Ricky full body sculptor. I cannot believe it. It saved everything for me. Terry McCall, they did 1 million revenue, but there's a ton of UGC. Huh. Yeah, I didn't check on Call data for this product. If that's the case, though, then we may be able to make video ads for this product, which I know a lot of you guys would love. Whatever. All right, let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at Omar's claim here. What did they name this product? The Ricky, Hickey Dicky. We'll just do Ricky. Oh shit. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Would you look at that? So this is where all that gay UGC was coming from. Okay, well shit. We may be able to do video ads. Shout out to Omar. Love you, Omar. That's funny. They did 1 mil? Fuck me. Fuck me. Can you say how to create good preview / GIF on an advertorial? I don't know what you mean by a preview GIF on an advertorial. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Can I train myself to understand what is a good ad through Cal Data $1 million creator revenue? That's a great place to start. Yeah, I mean, that'll tell you, you know, how people structure their ad, how they describe benefits, how they do their hooks. So yeah, it's a great place. And you can save different formats and structures of how they do their ad. Check November, they did a... Really, did they? Oh shit, would you look at that? Motherfuckers did 70K on Black Friday. They just launched this thing too. Live, mainly videos too. Wow. Holy guacamole, Danny's cloud is raking. Would you look at that? Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Look at this dude moaning with his little butterfly tat. Well, that changes things. They got a dog shit product page too. I mean, they're not making that money from Shopify. Yeah, it's directly on TikTok shop. The Ricky loves Ricky. Okay. So they're going with the workout angle. That kind of makes me want to do the workout angle now. All right, chat. Chatteroony doony. We're obviously going to do plantar fasciitis for the nurses. But should we do plantar fasciitis for the runners as our other avatar? Or potentially try to beat these guys at their own game and do the muscle fatigue audience? Because that was our third option. When we were writing down avatars, it was plantar fasciitis runners and then people with muscle soreness. So we were kind of in between these two. And honestly, if these motherfuckers are doing a mill, and it looks like they are doing the muscle relaxing type of audience, that tells me I should try to beat them. That means that is a proven angle, and I would love to destroy them with their own angle. Rip them from inside out. What do we think, guys? What do you think? Which ads are better, Facebook ads or TikTok? Facebook ads when you're testing, definitely. It has more data. It's more proof of concept. It has more data on people. They did 1 million with UGC TikTok. They don't even run meta ads. You don't say, Omar. You don't say. It feels like a TikTok is only testimonial once, never anything else. TikTok products are usually more cheaper-esque products. Like if you're running TikTok ads, it's usually cheaper to a younger audience typically. They don't run meta ads, only TikTok. That's intriguing. By the way, I think this product is super saturated. I'm really interested in how you're going to beat all of them. I trust your powers. It's not that saturated. This is a newer product, bro. This is not a super saturated. I mean, you could say, obviously, yeah, these guys are making a lot of sales, but that's every product that I want to sell. There's going to be somebody who's making a lot of sales. In comparison to really, really saturated products, this is not as saturated. They made an international deal with the factory making the white color, so I was able to source only the black. Really? Well, I'm going to talk to my people at Zendrop and Commersive, and we'll see about that. Because I know the owners. I actually know the owners. So, Omar, are you my coach, Omar? Am I tripping? Is this my boy, Omar? Or is this just a random Omar? No, it's just a random Omar. Okay, I was curious. All right, let's get back to working. Let's get back to crack-a-lacking. I got about 30 minutes left, so we might not be able to finish everything. I apologize, Pookies. I have to get my workout in. Otherwise, I will not be a sexy piece of meat for all these Latina mommies, and I really need to do that. So, what can we do in 30 minutes? We need to finish this survey section, comparison, an authority figure, testimonials, FAQ. We get all these done. I think that gives us in a good spot. And probably the live stream tomorrow will wrap up this product page with the product images. We'll do the offer, all the final tweaks. So that'll be Thursday's stream. And then Friday, we'll probably write out some video scripts since we now know, thanks to our boy Omar, that there is content. Saturday, we'll edit said video ads and probably launch the first set of image ads. Yeah, we'll just launch the first set of image ads on Saturday. Yeah, so Thursday, finish the product page. Friday, video scripts. And probably, we might also do an advertorial or like a second product page. So, yeah. There's still some work to be done. This is going to be a product that takes a little bit more time than the average product. Okay. Let's go back. Let me text my boy. He was just texting me about the gym. Okay, cool. What else? What else? So we got our description done. So this was the shit for the survey. Let's see what ChatGPT whipped up. Morning heel pain relief. I prefer the heel pain relief. Oops. My bad. Wrong section. We'll do 92%. Get rid of that. These secondary lines. Said morning foot pain felt significantly reduced. I like the complete their shifts. We'll do 86. Experienced to complete 12-hour shifts without nagging foot pain by week 3. Because we want to fit that in 2 lines. We don't need the first thing to be bolded. Let's see. That could be a good third one right there. Oops. Oopsie poopsie. Okay, cool. Do we need a results heading? We don't really need a results heading, to be honest. Yeah, we don't need that. Results from 535 plus customer surveys. Or first 4 weeks of using, what was the name of the product? TheraBlade? Plantar relief? Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. We got our FAQ and then our physical therapist recommendation. Let's take a look at this. Let's craft some wizardry here. And we also already have an image for that section. We already had the canvas stuff we did yesterday. See if we can just upload all those images. I'm sure one of them would be it. Sure, one of these is it. Arrow, gents. We might have to make her look a bit more realistic, because yeah, this shit looks a little too polished. So what I'm probably gonna need is a reference image of a doctor or a nurse, and then we just say, can you have them holding the product? Yeah, probably gonna need that. Don't ask me about the legalities of any of that. I think it was this image. If I'm not mistaken. No, that was an earlier one. Oh wait, no. I remember we screenshotted it. Oops. Doctor Who? Who gives a shit about Doctor Who? You think I watch television? This girl looks somewhat legit. Let's have her holding it. Have this doctor holding the product. Great prompt. 10 out of 10 prompt. As a doctor, we'll go doctor. We'll go doctor on this one. It's a doctor who jerks off 3 times a day. Okay. There's a doctor. Specializes in I mean, what's a foot doctor? It's a starts with a D. It's not a not a dermatologist, obviously for skin. It's a podiatrist. 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 Isn't it a podiatrist? Yes, podiatrist. Okay, we'll go podiatrist. Specializes in chronic foot pain. To many patients dealing with persistent plantar fasciitis. The combination of EMS. I don't think a doctor would say a line like that. Def actually reaches the line. Not just surface muscle. Of beautiful. Great reveal. That is good copy, boys. That is what gets me hard on. I'll have to make this image a bit bigger. Or we could just we could shorten this down. Yeah, people aren't gonna read all that anyways. But again, we just need rough draft. Rough draft, people. Rough draft. Rough draft. We're going to need a little name underneath that. Yeah, this is going to be really long, so we're going to have to shorten it down. Okay. Okay, so I got that. Do we need the comparison table? Maybe not. I don't even know if we really need it, to be honest. For this FAQ stuff, I don't really edit it too much, to be honest. Usually it's pretty good already. I'll just add that real quick. If there's anything like egregiously wrong, we'll play around and edit it. How long until I see results? Let me just add these guys, and then we'll do a quick little Q&A. I'll check the chat, see how you guys are doing. Hopefully you aren't fighting, dying. You better not be arguing with your brothers and sisters. That's all I'm going to say. You guys better get along. Are we there yet? No, we're not fucking there yet. We still got another hour. Okay. Are we there yet? Fucking, why did I have kids? Why didn't I pull out? Why the fuck didn't I pull out? God. I have a crazy story about how I almost got a girl impregnated like 4 months ago, and it nearly ruined my entire life, but thank God. Thank God. Thank the Lord up above. Thank JT for having my back. Sorry, JC. Did I say JT? Wow. I apologize, JC. I apologize, Mr. Christ. Okay, beautiful. We will polish this copy up later. It's not super duper important right now. This one's important for sure. We may end up moving one of these also up to our accordion menu at the top. We'll have to figure out which one. We're definitely going to need the how to use at the top. I like this. Good answers. Oh, fuck. What am I thinking? We're going to need a money back guarantee section. How silly of me. I get on my students' asses all the time about that, too. I look like such a hypocrite. Where's a rich text block? I need a rich text block. Give me a rich text block. There she is. Golly. If any of my students are watching. Just do what I say, not what I do. Well, actually, you can do what I do because I do remember. I always remember. We'll play around with that a little later. Do we need a comparison table? Because, I mean, yeah, it would just be against massage guns and, like, PT. We could do that. We could do that. We could do that. All right, before we do that. How we doing, people? Sorry, let me scroll back at the top.
Please answer my question. You didn't ask a good question in proper English. Rephrase it and I will answer.
Nah, bro, I discovered you from YouTube. My friend Isaac, he's in your mentor, told me about you. Gotcha. Second product page. Wait, is that only for offers? You have different sections as well? It depends. Usually when I split test, it's either an offer split test or sometimes it could be just a different funnel structure. So in this case, I think it makes more sense to do a different funnel structure. Do you have any suggestions for videos for absolute beginners in AI dropshipping to get understanding? I don't think like AI dropshipping is any fundamentally different than regular dropshipping. I think everyone needs to incorporate it in some way. So I would recommend like, hey, on my YouTube, there are so many videos where I use AI and give prompts that I would recommend. Like even my most recent video, like I have a video on here's how you do advertorials. I have videos on how you can find products using AI and just the best tools in general. So I would just go through my YouTube channel, whatever you're missing, go through like product research, website. There's a video on everything. I've covered everything I've been doing for 5 years. So just my YouTube in general. Just try to do everything no skill, bro. Yeah, totally. It's that easy. I mean, that's what he does. He uses ChatGPT for most things. I just got lucky. Yeah, I'm just lucky. Aside from Calidate, how do you get proper Facebook ad competitors? You would look up the keywords of your product on Facebook ad. Or just look up your product on Google and then see what brands pop up, and then you can see them on Facebook ad library. Should I learn how to make AI voiceover and CapCut edits, as editors are expensive, especially my scripts do not perform? Yeah, being able to edit your own videos is important. I think that's a skill everyone should learn. Do I do it myself? No, because you can get video editors for relatively cheap. Like in my 1-on-1 program, our main editor can edit a batch of 4 creatives for like $20, which is insane. And like there's viral ecom ads, which is a service where you can get them edited. I just think because it takes so much time, you should always outsource it. Like in this challenge, I will create a video ad and I'll do it myself, but do I normally regularly do that? No, because it's just not an efficient process. I think that's one of those things you should outsource. Where do you get offer info from? Is it with the market research? Offer is more from general intuition. It's more just the thought experiment of thinking to yourself based on your previous experiences. What do you think is going to be the best option? So realistically, like for a product like this, it's a health product. People are only going to buy one. So what makes sense is to do a value stack where I have my product plus free gifts. That would naturally make sense. Or just having the product itself and then split test different price points because we don't know which price point is going to hit. Like that Riki selling for $149. There were some selling for $70. I'll have to see what I get sourced for. Kind of depends. But it's usually based on like your previous experience. It's not really based on what other people are doing. I just always try to think to myself logically what makes the most sense. Shameless plug. Yeah, there's always going to be a shameless plug. You try live streaming for 2 to 3 hours every single day while making videos and not plug your shit. Do you recommend creating our own e-commerce AI like in your Bold mentorship? You don't have to go that far. It's nice because here's the reality. Like I just learned from somebody. It could be me. It could be somebody else. But there's people that already have a whole AI workflow and they have prompts for basically every step of the process. And to do that on your own when you don't have the experience, it's going to be hard for you to make a good prompt and know what good copy looks like, what a good script looks like if you haven't really done it before. So I'd honestly recommend either work with somebody who's a few steps ahead or just, yeah, you could try to do prompts on your own, but I just don't know if the results going to be that great. It's the reality when you haven't really done it. Leak the AdSense. What, for my YouTube? It's not that much, I'll tell you that. Fucking a few $100s a month. I don't get views like that to where it really makes any substantial difference in my life. Okay, let's go back. We got 10 minutes, people. 10 minutes. So what are we missing copy-wise? Because today is just about kind of more copy. And then tomorrow we'll like finish up all the design work. So we'll do product images. Yeah, so we need reviews. The product image part. So the results part. Okay, so we need our copy for our product table. We need copy for the reviews and copy for our money back guarantee. Okay, so let me just do a quick prompt. All right, so now for the same product, we need to write copy for a money back guarantee that is tied to the benefit of the product, which is getting rid of the plantar fasciitis pain or reducing it and helping these nurses work with less pain on their long shifts. We also need a comparison chart of our product versus the common alternatives. This can be massage guns, this can be PT, this can be surgery. We ideally want it to be against 2 other solutions, the main ones that other people will be trying. It could be ice packs, it could be pain meds. And then the final thing is I want you to write 15 testimonials. Keep them between 2 to 4 sentences that just mention the benefits, the desires, the transformations that our customers want from the product. Have a headline also for each one of them, just a simple 5-word max summary of what the review is about. All right, let's let it cook. That's the great thing though about my product description prompts because it already has all these things, so I don't have to like say all these different prompts and make it up on the spot because we've already done it. But for the sake of this, Pain-free shifts or your money back. That's going to be on our hero image for sure. That should be on our hero image. It's a great hero image. Headline, let me save that. Beautiful. Beautiful. God damn, that's the longest guarantee section on earth. This is like an advertorial-esque risk reversal section. Not really for a regular product page, but we'll shorten it down. Okay. Let me actually just drop it in here. It's usually easier to edit stuff in docs for me. We know you've wasted money before a solution that promised you but failed to deliver. Shorten that down, which is why we'll do 90 days to experience completely risk-free. Is there anything else we need? If you don't wake up in the morning without... Beautiful. Now that's good copy. That should be my new catchphrase. Now that's good copy, man. Look at that. Now that's copy. Copy that. There's nothing that gets me more excited than good copy. Button label. We don't need a button label here. No button needed. No buts here. No ifs, ands, or buts. Comparison table. Let's see what it came up with. Penetration depth. The penetration depth between our product, a massage gun, and Ethan Goggins' penis. Which one gets the most depth? The most penetration depth? That's a good question. Me, Ethan Goggins' penis, about 1 millimeter. This, 8 to 10 millimeters. Fuck! It beat me. Addresses root cause. That's a fair point. That's a fair benefit. Cost. I do like cost. I think cost is going to be a very big thing here. Probably not going to be my third one, but we'll add... We're probably going to have like 5 or 6 things here. Maybe, I don't know, like 6 or 7. Maybe like 6 or 7 different things here. Yeah. All right, that'll probably be the last one. And then we'll grab images of each one of those alternatives tomorrow. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think that's really solid. And we'll grab an image of ours that we just have to have like a transparent background. Then we'll fill that stuff out later. Okay, so I got like 5 minutes left. We got the majority though. We got our name. Good copy. Last thing was just like, okay, let's work on getting these like 3 testimonials. I like this one. It's a good headline too. Oops. Because here's the thing, I know you guys are like, well, yeah, you just have to use Claude. He's just using Claude and ChatGPT. He's doing nothing fancy. The reality is I also can look at the copy it gives me, and I'm able to discern which is good, which is bad, and little tweaks, because it's never going to be perfect. That's the thing. And I also had the frame of reference where I did the manual research to know what this needs to cover in order for my audience of nurses here to want to buy. Scheduled me for planning surgery in March. I tried the last summer and canceled surgery after 5 weeks as the pain was 90% gone. Saved me $10,000 a month's recovery time. That's beautiful. Yeah, I really had to change much there. There's an art. There's an art to it, people. Mornings don't hurt anymore. That's a good... And that's another thing. Like, I want each one of these reviews to feel different. They shouldn't be saying kind of the same thing over and over. So this one's about saving money, not having to go to surgery. Okay, this one's about mornings. This one's about PT. This one's about not having to quit nursing. So they all should have a different feel. That's the big thing. I kind of like that as the author. That's a little bit better. It's more authority when you actually say the specific type of nurse. Oncology, breast oncology. My mom is a breast oncology nurse. Shout out to the breast oncologist nurses. What's with all the... Cry, everyone. Now I can wake up and walk normally. Which sounds small. Which sounds small, but means the world to me. Beautiful. I was literally taking a dump one day, about to quit my job, start an OF, but then this thing came in my life, and by God, I knew that I was going to become an OF nurse. I was literally looking at case manager jobs to get off the floor because my feet couldn't take anymore. This saved my career. I like that last line. I'm staying at bedside nursing where I belong. We'll just shorten this down. What was the name? Karen, telemetry nurse. What is a telemetry nurse? Telemetry nurse. Never heard of that. Never heard of that field. Does Jennifer, Sarah M, ICU nurse? Let's grab that one instead of Jennifer from the block. Jennifer sounds a little fake. Why does it have a period and a comma? It doesn't need both. Awesome. All right. So, I mean, guys, this is the foundation of copy. So from here, I'm going to have to just massage it. We're going to add 3 more from that onto the Trustpilot section. We're going to, of course, add some LAI reviews. So tomorrow we'll wrap up this product page, and we may also start working on an advertorial. Where are you guys? But that's all the time I really have for today. I'll see if you guys have any questions. How many ads do you start a test with typically 16 to 20. Can you write the problem section? We already did write the problem section. And unique mechanism part, how product works. We already did that. Already did that. Does the 15 reviews with headlines need to have a scroll factor? Not sure what you mean by scroll factor. I mean, how I write my reviews is each one needs to mention the benefits, the transformations, and ideally either handle different objections or mention different benefits. Like, they shouldn't all be saying the same thing, like in a slightly different way. That's why I liked how each one of those was handling different pain points. So it was the morning pain, it was the quitting nursing pain. Each one has to kind of feel different and handle a different, sub-niche inside of our sub-niche. What app do you use for inspiration videos with frameworks so that I can have the same one in your bold mentorship? Atria. We save all good ads in Atria. You can create folders, save your favorite brands. Really great tool. Omar Ali. I don't think that is the great Omar Ali. Alrighty, people. I appreciate all of you watching. We are making good progress. The first product test is going to be one where obviously we're spending a little bit more time, But I'm going to test products every single day. I will be fucking live streaming, showing you guys we're going to make progress. And we are going to get that first winner. This is a product that I know for a fact we are going to make some sales. We're going to be good. How do you spell Atrit? You spelled it exactly right, Omar. So, tomorrow, we're going to wrap up this product page. May get a chance to start working on an advertorial as well. We will see. I will try to commit more time to this. Because, yeah, I don't have to work out tomorrow. Unfortunately, today I have to cut it short because, yeah, I got to go work out. Get these gains. What can I say? These fucking 24-inch pythons don't make themselves. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Most likely either 1:30 or 2. 2:30 at the latest. But I'll see you guys then. Have a good one.